Hey crew, just watch this for 10 seconds here.
Oh my gosh,
What was that?
Did you do
Yeah,
that?
you saw that right. A well doesn't matter. Here's a bubble titan.
I mean, Warlock will
Doesn't
die.
matter.
Fine.
Gone.
'Cause
Deleted.
if you think about
What
it,
about different things like, oh, enemies are spread apart and I don't want to stick them. I'm just going to throw them in between. Boom. Gone. Doesn't matter. So many different options here. They reach 5 to 6 meters easily when you tag them onto one target to reaching the next target. And you can throw them in between enemies. Supers like this Spectral Blade or this Sentinel Titan that you see here. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter what is in the Crucible. You are going to destroy it. Look, I missed my fusion grenade. Completely missed. Then stick the second one. Boom. Both of them gone. And then I throw my grenade here and then use my melee. Look at that. You don't even need 2 fusion grenades. You could use 1 fusion and 1 melee. It's all about setting off our igniting from the subclass and just doing this crazy amount of damage. And there's a bunch of different ways we could take advantage of this because fusion grenades are that strong. And the crazy thing about fusion grenades is they only have a base cooldown of like 1 minute and 15 seconds. So if you spec into discipline, you can get 100 discipline rolling, okay? And with 100 discipline, you get to 28 base on your grenade. 28 seconds on your grenade coming back. And look how strong this thing is. You don't even need to stick people. Just get it in between them. Use your melee to follow up. A bunch of different options that you can do with this, and it's very, very fun to use. A couple of us jumped into some control matches, 3 of us using it at the same time, and it even gets better as teams. Oh yeah, and this one clip right here, you can throw on Verity's Brow, get 1 kill with a solar weapon for the Death Throws perk, and then your fusion grenades will one-shot. So you don't need 2 different things to cause igniting. You only need 1 kill and 1 grenade. So a bunch of different actions going on here, and I want to go through a build with you guys to set up for Iron Banner that if you're going to play on your Warlock. And the cool thing about this build is you can take it a step further if you're playing with a couple of friends, because if you get a couple Warlocks to do this, it's going to work even better. But if people are already scorched, right? If they're, oh man, look at these arcs. They just go down. Oh, that's so cool to see. If people are already scorched from your teammates, right? Let's say you just have random teammates and they're scorched from whatever grenade they threw or whatever melee they used. You can set them off with igniting. Look at this Titan barricade right here. Gone. Titans, I'm sorry. You're not hiding behind a barricade anymore. Okay, so anyways, back to the point. I'm sorry. I'm getting too excited about this because I just think it's really cool. So what you want to do on your Warlock, play with some friends, get some groups together and do this, because what you can do is have multiple of you rocking the setup. And what happens is, if you're using Starfire Protocol like I am in this video, you can chain everything together with your friends or whoever you're playing with, because you can use their empowering rifts and you can use their wells to get your grenade back so fast. So first off, let's go through this build and walk you through it and what you want to do to make sure that you have these grenades up as often as possible so you can do things like this in Iron Banner. Okay, so we're over here on the Warlock, and the first thing you want to be taking advantage of is 100 discipline. So the base cooldown time of a fusion grenade is 1 minute and 13 seconds. If you get this up to 100, you have a 28-second cooldown timer on the grenade. That's crazy fast. We're talking really fast. Stuff like a solar grenade is 2 minutes, right? So a really fast grenade coming up, and if you use this exotic, we have 2 of them. So with Starfire Protocol, you have 2 grenades. Fusion grenades have an additional charge, and recharge from empowered weapon damage. Fusion grenades kills grant rift energy. So we get 2 fusion grenades with this exotic. We also want to get our recovery as high as possible because you always want to have an empowering rift. Every time you drop an empowering rift, right, and you do damage to somebody, you're literally getting like 35% of your grenade. I'm talking 1 bullet from whatever weapon you're using. Could be a hand cannon, could be an auto rifle, whatever. You're literally getting like 35% of your grenade back for 1 bullet. So you don't have to do very much damage inside those empowering lifts to empower your grenades and get them back very, very fast. So we already have a base cooldown time of 28 seconds. We're getting them back from our empowering rifts. Now, if you have teammates using this build, you can step into their empowering rifts as long as you're using Starfire and they're using Starfire. You can step into their empowering rift and get the same benefits. You can also step into your Well of Radiance and get the same benefits. And your teammates can use yours as well. So you see what I'm going with this and just chaining off each other? It's pretty crazy and it makes for a fun time. So as far as your armor goes, really the only thing that can add to this grenade recharge is probably a double bomber. Grenade Kickstart doesn't really work with 2 charges of the grenade because you're always getting like a little bit of your grenade charge back before Grenade Kickstart kicks in. Some people will tell me that, yeah, it works here and there, maybe if you're like completely empty on a charge and it like times up perfectly, but normally it doesn't work. So Double Bomber is really the best thing to take advantage of. And then you can also throw on Solar Fulmination. Your ignitions do increase damage in an increased radius, so that makes for the really big booms, right? And then you could throw on like Ashes to Assets to get your super even quicker, even though Well of Radiance is already one of the quickest supers in the game. So Double Bomber, if you throw a grenade, right, and I throw another grenade here and drop my Rift, you can see down in the bottom left, it gave me probably like 20%, but it just helps that much quicker in recharging that grenade. And then you could do probably something like, if I was running gauntlets, I'd probably take these off, and I would want to like chain my fusion in my melee, so I would throw my fusion grenade and then use my melee. So then I would probably go with Momentum Transfer. Causing damage with a grenade reduces your melee cooldown, so to get that melee back faster, so I always have it up. Or you could go with Solar, and then causing damage with a melee attack reduces your grenade cooldown if you really wanted to feed back into the grenade. So a bunch of different options you could do there, and then you could always throw on Fastball as well. So then when you throw that grenade in that sticky, it goes much faster towards the target and usually will hit better. So I've had better luck with Fastball as well, so I definitely would put that on. And then as far as the subclass goes, now really you can do whatever you want here. You need Touch of Flame. Touch of Flame is what's causing the fusion grenade to explode twice. So you need this aspect, and it gives 2 fragment slots. And then for Icarus Dash, that's what I'm using to get around the map quicker, right? It's a more PvP related one. So dash around, use your normal Icarus Dash. And then there's a couple different things you can do down here. There's all kind of different ones that do stuff, but what I would personally do is feed back into your abilities. So like this says, your class ability recharges faster when you're scorched targets. So when we do hit someone with our grenade, or we do hit someone with our melee, we're feeding our class ability, right? Or let's say defeating a scorched target grants melee energy, right? So defeating someone that is at scorched, so could get burned from any teammates or something, you get that melee energy, right? So a lot of different options, and it's really up to you what you want to use in the fragment slot. But I thought this was a really cool interaction with the fusion grenades, and I hope you guys thought it was cool and find it helpful. And I guarantee you, if you go into a match with 2 or 3 people, you will have a blast doing this. Like, just run at people and get a couple people to chuck those fusion grenades with you, and you'll have a lot of fun in the Crucible. It might be a little toxic, but you'll still have a lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you found it helpful. Thank you guys so much for the support on the channel. It means so much to me. We hit 100,000 subscribers yesterday. So thank you guys for that. It was a goal of mine I've had for a long time. I've been doing this for like, I think it's been like 3 years now. So thank you. I really appreciate it. And to all of you that have become members of the channel, thank you guys for choosing to support me and helping me in becoming full-time on YouTube. I really appreciate it, and it means the world to me. I'm gonna get an updated graphics here in the next week to show all the names of people who are supporters and members, and do a couple different things like that for you guys. So thank you so much, and I'll see you all in the next video. Have a great rest of your day.